All right. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over everything,
Hmm.
just the options.
I'm taping for the
Okay.
buyer.
Were you with them when they did the options or?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is just run down the list, and then once we finish with that, we'll just walk and I'll show you a few things
Okay.
for that. So they did the staggered gourmet kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Staggered? What do you mean staggered?
So staggered, what staggered is basically you're gonna have the top of the cabinets. They won't be one straight line.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be up and
Yes,
down staggered.
that's prettier.
But you'll have the gourmet kitchen in here. They did comfort height and the secondary baths, and then we did hardwoods in the gathering room. Upgraded to that. Elevation 59.
Uh, I thought we did the hardwood on the whole house.
Probably so. Yeah. It's
Yeah. Hmm.
the way this thing's set up. Sometimes it's separate. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it'll probably be a little on the next page. Direct vent hood.
Mm-hmm.
Did a garage door opener.
Mm-hmm.
The fireplace, corner fireplace with granite surround.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Group 3 bronze on your faucet kit. Excuse me, your kitchen faucet.
Mm-hmm.
2 ceiling fan pre-wires. On those 2 ceiling fan pre-wires right now, as it stands, pretty much every room where it's applicable to have a ceiling fan will have a ceiling fan pre-wire, which is going to be your flex room, your downstairs bedroom here, and your gathering room and your sunroom, and then everything
All
upstairs.
the bedrooms.
Correct.
And we'll have a switch on the wall for the fans.
Correct.
Okay.
It'll have the switch. It'll actually have a switch for the fan, a switch for the light, and then a switch for a switched receptacle as well.
Oh,
Which I'll go over that when we walk the house.
okay.
You've got the 3 ceiling fan lights, the actual fixtures that they chose, which need to make a decision on where they want to put those. I don't know if you want to make that for them or if, you know.
As to the light fixture, which light fixtures? Are
Yeah,
we talking
3.
about?
So they chose to do 3 actual fixtures.
What we did was we got all the options from the modern home
Okay.
because the same plan, same color.
Okay.
We chose most of the options that's on the house.
Okay.
So we'll do the same way as the modern home.
As the model home.
Yeah.
Okay. In that model home, the gather room has a fan, the sunroom,
Yeah.
and the loft.
Loft.
hmm
Which one was the
That's the first room when we walk up the stairs at the top.
Oh yes. Okay.
We did the one piece trim crown at the owner's sitting room, and the way it works too is any options they choose. So like the sunroom, the sitting room, it's going to list those separate on the crown mold, but basically y'all got crown mold throughout the entire downstairs in the master. You did the semi-frameless shower door in the owner's bath. You did that bath accessories Group 2 bronze, and that'll be in all your bathrooms. There's the one-piece trim crown again. Same there, same there. You did the Group 2 finished and your doorknobs, your finished package. So
Okay.
your doorknobs, your hinges, any light fixtures that are going in will be the bronze.
Is it a knob or lever?
It's a lever.
Lever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the drop zone entry, which will be the bench with the V-board backing coming in from the garage.
Yes.
All right. It's another finished group, finished group, finished group. Appliances, stainless steel. More bronze. They separate them out. So we got granite countertops in the planning center. You did the metal open rail baluster here and upstairs. All right. You did backsplash Group 2 in the kitchen. Wall tile in the owner's bath, 1. Hardwood in the dining room. Hardwood in the flex room. Then they chose owner's bath option 1, which is the same as the model home.
Okay.
Tray ceiling in the owner's bedroom. Tray ceiling in the dining room. And the bed and bath in lieu of garage, which is the extra bedroom and bathroom down here instead of the storage in the garage. And then the gather room extension with the sunroom. And then the master sitting room. And then the optional bath 3, which is the additional bathroom upstairs.
Yes.
Okay? This thing's noisy. Alright. going to do this flip up here and go through this. I know that I wasn't able to meet with a homeowner on the very first meeting, but basically what we do here is that very first meeting is we sit down and we go over these options. We talk
Okay.
about a little bit about the options, a little bit of the expectations from me, the schedule, how we schedule, and how we're able to build these as quickly as we do.
I know I was here 3 weeks ago. You didn't have anything up.
Right. But a lot of it is this, exactly like this. On this left side of this paper is all of our schedule. So every task that goes into the house, from grading all the way to the finish, is all in here, separated out by day. And that's how we're able to keep it rolling, keep it going as quickly as we do. My typical hours for meetings are from 9 to about 3 o'clock. That gives me time in the morning and the afternoons to do my other part of my job. So, that's the introduction, and today we're doing the orientation. So now that all the options are good, what we're going to do is we're going to start in the kitchen.
Okay.
And we'll go over everything, kind of where things are going to go. I'll point out a few of our PCS standards that we do. So at Pulte, we have, you have the standard
Okay.
across the board as far as, what has to be done by the county, international building codes, and then there's other things that Pulte does that's a little bit different, a little over and beyond that as well. So we're going to start in the kitchen. Of course, this is going to be your island here. Sink will be in the center. This wire here is for your
For
disposal,
the disposal.
and then this wire over here is for your dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher's on the right side. You'll also have 2 receptacles on either end of the island. So here and here. Back here, this is where your cooktop and your vent hood are going to go. Your vent hood is here, over, and out, all the way to the outside.
All the way through the garage to the outside.
To the
That's
garage.
a far way to go, huh?
All the way to
Okay.
the outside.
That's good.
Now, is this this is a video, records everything?
Yes.
Okay, good. That way, well, the reason I ask is because it's always good to take pictures too, especially or video as we're walking through. So any big wires like the AC lines and stuff,
Yeah.
if they ever hang pictures or something like that,
Oh,
it's always
okay.
good to have that to refer back to because once the sheetrock's up, of course.
When the home buyer was here, he took every nook and cranny of a model home picture.
Right.
He's very thorough, so I want to be thorough for him too.
Good, absolutely. Right here is going to be countertop space on the right and the left side. The cooktop here, of course, and then the vent hood. This is the power for the vent hood here.
And to
And then down here is the gas
Gas.
line for the cooktop. Excuse me.
Mm.
Right here is the butler's pantry. You've got the door here. Swing is out. Just switch inside,
it's got lighted.
and then the light inside there. And then right here will be where the refrigerator sits here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have the microwave oven combo here.
Right.
So the stack, just like the model home will be right here. So of course that's the wire thread here. And then if we look up, you've got the 6 recessed cans in the kitchen.
Okay.
Now we're gonna mosey into the garage. Stepping into the garage door opener control button is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the switch for the lights in here. That'll be this black box, round black boxes in the ceiling. Will be for the lights. And then this will be your power
Garage.
and your control hookup for your garage door opener. Right over here is where the water heater will sit.
Yeah.
This is going to be your main line, your main water line in and out.
Mhm.
At the very end, once we finish up, this will all be labeled with tags on it. Of course, if I pull this down, that would activate the water into the house. Receptacle here for your
It's a gas water heater
gas
or
water heater.
okay.
Your recirc pump, and here's the gas line for the water heater as well.
Okay.
Once they install it, they'll put a shut-off on it with a flex pipe. This is the vent stack for your water heater.
Mhm.
Hook up to the water heater, and it turns up and goes all the way through the roof to vent. This here is the ground wire, which is going to ground your gas lines and your electrical lines to the house. You follow that,
Yeah, it's
that
good.
back all the way
Good
to
to
here.
take picture of this part over here because they might put a shelving over there.
Yeah,
Put a nail
absolutely.
through it.
Absolutely.
That one too.
This one right here too, yeah. This is the main line for your power coming in. Right down here in the bottom, behind this black box, There'll be, of course, a plate that covers that up. That's your UFR ground. That goes down into the slab and turns and goes 20 feet in the slab, which diffuses anything that may hit it for your ground. There's 2 pipes in this house that are not covered under the warranty. The reason they're not covered under the warranty is because they have to be maintained by the homeowner. In the
You have
winter.
to shut it off
Correct.
for the winter.
So you're going to have a shut-off valve down here at your water heater for your outside sill cocks. So this one, and you'll have one more on the other side of the house. Of course, they're insulated and everything, but they are on the exterior wall. So during the winter time, they're going to need to turn it off on the inside and open the hose bib outside. That'll basically winterize it.
So shut off is, I don't see the shut off here. It
It'll
will be over there?
It'll be located right over here. Once they get everything hooked up on the final part, it'll all be hooked up and it'll be tagged with outside hose bib. So there'll be 2 shutoffs, one for this one and
One for the other side.
So during the winter time, they just want to make sure they cut those off and turn the faucet on outside. And of course, in the summertime, turn it on in here and turn it off outside.
Right.
And that way, they'll be able to access it anytime.
We have one electrical receptacle in the garage.
Correct. So by code, we have one here. I mean, you've got one in the ceiling as well. And then these boxes right over here
For the sensors.
is for your sensor. And then in your panel, right now, of course, there's just one breaker. When the final goes, when they trim it out, they'll have everything in here. It'll be nice and neatly labeled.
Right.
You'll have a sticker here for the electrical company, so if anything were to happen, they need to call in, that'll be in here. And they'll also have a sticker in here for paint colors.
Okay.
And then you'll have your,
Labels, which rooms.
yeah, correct. So all that'll be in there. Down at the bottom, if you look at this black piece that runs around, this is basically a sealant that helps, any airflow, not come in and out of the house. That piece actually turns and goes under that bottom plate, that 3.5 inches. Then it comes up and laps 1 inch, an inch and a half in the face of that. That's just something that at Pulte we do a little bit extra, a little bit better, to help with the insulation of the home. When you look up here, of course, there's no insulation in here because there's no livable space.
No
above
livable
it.
space above
Yeah,
it.
so that just goes right back up to that roof over the garage. But of course, right here, you've got everything insulated for the room above the garage. And then all your walls that are touching from your garage.
The front is not being insulated?
Correct. Yeah, your garage is typically not insulated. Of course, this exterior wall, and then that's an exterior wall. This room's not conditioned. There's no AC or heat in here. Correct.
So it just blocked it from going